Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Peer Reviews, where I review media, movies, games, and other various media. So, today we're going to be talking about the new Halo Infinite. Well, not exactly new, it's been out for a couple months, but let's talk about what we like about it, what we don't like about it, what I personally have experienced over the last couple of months. So, I played through the campaign. We're going to be talking about the campaign later in a different review, but for right now we're going to stick with the multiplayer specifically. Now, a lot of people have been complaining about 343 and their money-grabbing tendencies lately with the store and the content that we've been given in Halo Infinite, and I don't disagree with those sentiments. However, I would say that overall, the game is good. Now, I'm going to save my official rating for the end, of course, but I would say overall the game is good. It's a good game. I would say almost it's a good start of a game. There's a lot missing. There's a lot of potential, however, for it to become great. Some of my biggest issues with the game, I'm going to start with the issues, then I'll go with what I like. But some of the biggest issues that I have with the game are some decisions that they made that just didn't seem to be necessary. For instance, taking out some of the favorite weapons in the past 6 Halo games. Weapons like the beam rifle and the shotgun, the Covenant carbine, the Covenant plasma rifle, these weapons that have become staples in Halo that we've all grown to love and know how to use and know the feel of, and they're just gone. They're not there anymore. And it's come to the point where I used to highly enjoy playing Fiesta on these other Halos, and one of my favorite, of course, Halo 5 and Halo 4 had great Fiesta matches, and when it came out in Master Chief Collection, you were able to play Fiesta on 2 and 3, even 1. Those were also very good. But what made Fiesta fun was this immense collection of power weapons and other weapons that were viable that you could use and were fun to use. Well, that doesn't exist in Halo Infinite because there's essentially 5 weapons that you can use that are viable. There's not many weapons even to choose from. In the other Halos, you might have had 20, 30 different weapons to choose from, and now we have like 10, maybe 15 are actually usable. When playing Fiesta, if you don't get the sword or the hammer or the rocket launcher or the sniper, you essentially are going to lose in your next firefight. Unless you surprise someone and you have the battle rifle, the pistol, or you're able to noob combo someone with the plasma pistol and the battle rifle. Okay, potentially you can still win in a fight. Yes, of course, but it doesn't have that same badass feel where you ran into a fight with the incineration cannon and you just destroyed people. That just doesn't exist anymore. It takes out a lot of what was fun about Halo in that you feel like this super badass character who can just destroy people. I don't feel that way anymore. Unless, of course, I have the rocket launcher, and even then, the blast radius has been decreased to the point where I feel like I have to put the rocket at someone's feet just to get a kill. So it's come to the point where a lot of just Halo that had that feel of epicness just isn't really there anymore. So that's one thing I dislike, the quantity and the quality of the weapons. Next up, of course, would be the map selection. There is such a small map selection that I find myself getting bored after playing 3 or 4 matches, especially if you happen to get the same map 2 or 3 times in a row. I was playing the other day, and I got 4 matches on the same map playing oddball in ranked. That shouldn't be happening. If you're going to have as few maps as you have, as well as few game modes as they have, we'd better be getting some pretty good rotation between those. And that brings me up to the ranked system. Okay, so we have one ranked playlist. What I really would like to see is a ranked Slayer, a ranked SWAT, a ranked doubles, a ranked trios even, a ranked free-for-all. Why don't we have ranked for all these different modes? That needs to come, and I'm sure it will at some point. 343 has had 5-6 years to create this game with multiple millions of dollars poured into it, and what we have gotten essentially feels like a demo. And it really does. It feels like a demo. The quantity of the material that we have feels like a demo. I find myself getting bored playing pretty quickly. I'll play for an hour or two, and then it's just the same thing over and over and over again. And what brings me back, of course, is the ranked. I essentially only play ranked because there's that eagerness to get up to the next level. There's that distraughtness when you level down. So, I mean, I'm working my way up to Onyx. I'm not quite there yet. I am no master player by any means, but I really enjoy the game and I play it. I've enjoyed Halo since Combat Evolved came out, and I've been playing since then. And I play the Halo because it's Halo, essentially. I don't think that this Halo is bad. It's not. It's not bad. However, it's not good. I would not say that it is good. The people who are praising it because it's Halo, oh, just like it because it's Halo. Just be happy. Why are you complaining so much? Well, because we are. It's not a full game. And I realize that it's free to play, and that's why I'm not super upset about it, because I'm sure that it's going to get better, and it is going to change. And we'll talk about the campaign later, because I have my own issues with the campaign. But as far as multiplayer goes, it is severely lacking, and that is not something that anybody should be able to deny. With the number of maps it has, the number of weapons that we have to choose from, and of those weapons, the quality of those weapons are pretty extremely low. When you have one or two viable weapons to choose from, and then after that, power weapons that have way too little ammo, in my opinion, in ranked. And then what do you have? Basically nothing after that. I will say the assault rifle, I appreciate and I enjoy what they've done with the assault rifle. It is actually a viable weapon at close range. At long range, not at all. But at close range, yes. It will beat a lot of things at close range, which I actually really appreciate and enjoy about the assault rifle. We talked some about the bad things I don't like about Halo. I think the customization is atrocious. Not that I care, because I've never really customized my character. What I like to do is I like to put the Master Chief armor on my character and be done with it, which that does irritate me a little bit because I don't have access to that, which is slightly upsetting because every other Halo game I've played, I have had access to that for free. Halo 5 was the one exception, but once I played, I unlocked those armors for free and I was able to use them. It wasn't something that I had to buy or buy the battle pass for. I just had access to. And you might say, oh, but it's a free game, so just pay what you would have paid for the multiplayer and buy the cosmetics. Like, but what about the price of the campaign? The campaign is still $60. So why is that? And we'll get more into, of course, when I review the campaign later. But as far as the multiplayer goes, it's free, yes. But the campaign is still the same price. So I'm not saving any money if I buy both. Well, if I buy the campaign and play the multiplayer. Additionally, I would say that I am not a fan of some of the cosmetics that are going into the store. And that is just the traditional side of me. But hey, this is my review, not yours. So you can disagree with me if you want to. But this is my personal opinion. I don't like the samurai armor. I think it looks stupid. I don't think that any Spartan would actually wear that into battle. And yes, obviously this is not a real situation. This is a game. This is for fun. This is whatever you want it to be. So do what you want. I don't care. I just don't like it. I also don't like these new, the mohawk and the visor screen. It just, oh, what are they doing? And again, the cat ears. But again, I really don't care. I will play the game. I'm not going to use those cosmetics. I'm not going to spend money on them. But if you want to use them, okay, the game is what you want it to be. I don't care. Personally, I don't like it. So it's a little bit of a negative for me, which will factor into the score. But I'm trying to be objective here. I'm trying to be objective. But when it comes to things that I just don't like, I'm going to say it. I don't like them. An additional issue that I find with the multiplayer, and this is specifically in ranked playlists, is the matchmaking system when it comes to if a player on your team loads or does not load into the game. I have gotten into so many games where I start the game with 3 players. This should not be possible. Now, I know this is just a thing. It has been a thing in Halo for a while and a long time. However, why is it a necessary thing? If one player doesn't load into the match is canceled, and you start another search. It's not that hard. I don't want to have to sit through a 10 or 15 minute game where I'm getting destroyed, and I don't leave the match because I don't want to have that hit to my ranking and I have to sit through a 15-minute match while we're getting destroyed because we're down a player. That should not be possible. Now, yeah, if a player leaves mid-match, not a whole lot you can do about that. But what we should not ever see is a match starting with 3 players on one of the teams. It should not be possible. When that happens, it is just a 10-minute waste of my time. It shouldn't be happening. Alright, so we've talked about some of the things that I don't like about Halo Infinite, so let's talk about some of the things that I do enjoy about the Halo Infinite multiplayer. First thing that comes to mind, the grapple hook. I love the grapple hook. I think it's amazing. I think it's one of the best new things to come to Halo, probably since dual wields in Halo 2. Okay, one of my favorite things about this game is the grapple hook. It is so much fun to use. It has so much utility. There's so many little things you can do to it that changes the gameplay. I highly enjoy the grapple hook. The dynamo grenades, love them. They're great. It adds a new dynamic. You can throw a dynamo grenade into a room, break everyone's shields, run in, and wreck people. It is so much fun to use. Throw a couple dynamo grenades, another grenade, and you can clear the whole room with a dynamo grenade and a frag. And it is so much fun. I highly enjoy the dynamo grenades. Other things I enjoy the equipment pickup. I like that I can pick up a overshield or an active camo and hold on to it for later, or at least not activate it at that one moment. Maybe get to a safer space and then activate it, or wait to reload and then activate. There's lots of things that are beneficial about being able to hold on to an equipment and activate it later. I highly enjoy that. The feel of the game, it feels good. It does. It really does. It feels like the classic Halo with a lot of the more modern aspects like sprint and clamber and these things. It feels good. It feels crisp. It feels refined. I really like the feel of the game. The battle rifle. The battle rifle's back. It is good again. It hasn't been good since Halo 3. And, of course, in Halo 3 it has its inconsistencies, but Halo 4 messed with the battle rifle in a way that I did not like, and then Halo 5 didn't fix it. And now here we are with Halo Infinite, where we have a battle rifle that feels like the battle rifle. The pistol, I don't hate it. I don't know if I should put this in the part that I like. I like aspects of the pistol. I would prefer the Magnum, but the pistol is fun to use. The sidekick it's a fun weapon. I do enjoy it. The bullfrog, the bulldog, the bulldog. I enjoy the bulldog shotgun. It is fun to use. I would still probably prefer the original classic shotgun, which I hope they bring to the game, but I do like it a lot. I like the bulldog. It feels good. I like the customization with the UI, that I can change the enemy colors, I can change the friendly colors, so the customization within the audio and visual settings, all of this, the field of view, I love the fact that I can widen my field of view on console. All of this is amazing. I enjoy those aspects of it. It is very well done. I think that once they can fix some of these other issues, we're going to have a game that is amazing. That would be one of my top tier games. However, at the current state, there are enough issues that I have with it that have dampened my opinion of the game severely. And of course, I've talked about some of those, and I don't know when those are going to change. Like the weapons, a lot of the weapons are just bad, and I want to see good ones back in. As far as the good ones that are there, yeah, the assault rifles, I enjoy it. The battle rifle is amazing. The sidekick is fun, although I wouldn't necessarily say it's a great weapon. The bulldog is fun. Again, I wouldn't say it's a great weapon, but it's fun to use. The dynamo grenades, I like the dynamo grenades. The feel of the game is good. The vehicles, I like the vehicles. The vehicles are fun to use. They're intuitive. They're, classic Halo feel vehicles. I enjoy all of that. So yes, there are many aspects about the game that I do really like. However, in conclusion, I would say there's a lot of aspects that I dislike about the game that overshadow some of the really good things about the game. Some of the things I just can't get over. Things like, I really like playing the game, but after a couple hours, it gets kind of boring playing the same maps and same game modes over and over again. Hackers that I have experienced in the game. Not many, but they're there, and it just adds that uncertainty of, will this match have a hacker, or was that guy hacking? I don't know, maybe not. There could be soft hacks that are hard to detect, and then of course you have the guys who are spinning their head around getting headshots all over the map on SWAT. It does happen, and it's very annoying. We need to get that fixed ASAP, otherwise it's going to cause big problems down the road. So yes, there are aspects I like about the game, aspects I don't like about the game. I think that if they can fix some of the things, like adding in some of the older weapons that we all know and love, adding in new maps, making more ranked playlists, fixing some of the missing teammates in ranked modes, all these aspects, they can fix those, we will have a much better, more enjoyable game that I can rate a much higher. But it's still Halo, and is this a better Halo than 4 and 5? I would say yes and no. And I know that's kind of a cop-out answer, but there are aspects about it that I enjoy better than, say, Halo 5, and aspects that I dislike more than Halo 5. Halo 5, I thought, had a very good multiplayer. People will say it didn't feel like Halo. It felt like Halo to me. I've been playing Halo for 20 years, and Halo 5 felt like Halo. The multiplayer, not the campaign. The multiplayer. Campaign was garbage. But the multiplayer for Halo 5 was very good. The weapons were fun. They were engaging. They were powerful. They made you feel like a Spartan. That being said, there were many issues with Halo 5. The no split screen, the ground pound, the Spartan charge, things that I didn't like about Halo 5. Now, this is not a Halo 5 review, but there were things I disliked and liked about Halo 5. Now, Halo Infinite, is it better than Halo 5? The multiplayer, I wouldn't say, is necessarily better than Halo 5. And people are going to give me some crap for that, but the Halo 5 multiplayer was so well refined and had so many great weapons that were fun to use that made it a fun multiplayer, as well as the multiple different ranked playlists, the different types of playlists. You had Action Sack, you had Infection, you had lots of fun different game modes that kept the game fun and engaging and different and inviting. Halo Infinite just does not have that yet. And once it does, I would give it a different rating because it will be a completely different game. But right now, I'm rating it on what we have. And so far, there's not a whole lot of indication that much is going to change anytime soon. Hopefully it does. But right now, I'm not seeing any promise that we're going to get those changes. So do I enjoy Halo Infinite more than Halo 5? Like I said, yes and no. I can play Halo 5 for longer periods of time than I can play Halo Infinite. I think I appreciate Halo Infinite's play style better. I do. It's a more Halo feeling game. It feels a little bit simpler in a lot of ways. It's just point and shoot, sprint, objective. It is fun. It feels like a Halo game. However, it doesn't have the extensiveness that Halo 5 had, and in that way, I prefer Halo 5 over Halo Infinite. But overall, I would probably choose Halo Infinite if it had all of the features that Halo 5 has. But of course, it's Halo, and we're gonna always keep coming back to Halo. It's like that ex-girlfriend who you just can't get over, and no matter how much you try to move on, they piss you off, you keep coming back. And no matter how angry they make you, you keep going back because it's what you know and it's what you love. And sometimes, they're greedy and they're selfish, and you don't know why you still love it, but you do. You try dating their friends, and that doesn't work out, and you always come back to Halo. Because while it may be garbage sometimes, and there are garbage aspects about this game, but there are also such other great aspects that keep you coming back. It may not be the greatest game ever, and it might have garbage aspects, but it's our garbage. It's what we love, and it's what we keep coming back to, and it is Halo. And it does feel like Halo, and I will keep playing it, at least until I get up to Onyx and a little bit above. But once I get there, I don't know if it's going to keep me coming back unless they can add more engaging new aspects to the game. But as far as Halo goes right now, I would have to give it a solid 78%. 78 out of 100 for the Halo Infinite multiplayer. Now, if they can fix some of those things that I dislike about it, that they add in new weapons, that they make some of those changes, I think we get it up to a solid in the 90s, in the mid to high 90s. I think that's quite possible. But right now, as it stands, 78%, 78 out of 100 peer review ratings. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, subscribe, like the video. I'd love to see you guys come back again later. Have a great day.